Okay, we're doing an update on this gasifier. We ran this the other day. It seemed to work pretty good for a while. We kept the flare going for probably 15 minutes and then just shut it down. Thought it was fine. Came back at night because you can't see the flare during the daylight. The flame is invisible. So I came back at night to try to flare it so we could see what kind of color we get out of the gas, and it would run for about a minute at the most and then flare out. Had to keep on relighting it. And then I sort of figured out that this nozzle that I was using at that time was plugging up. These 4 holes on the perimeter, I guess, weren't getting enough suction through the blower to keep clean, and I just wasn't getting enough air to keep the flare going. And then another problem, I guess, is that if you can see inside this jar, there is quite a bit of condensation, and I had water coming out with the gas out of this flare cup up here. So, and this is the fuel, and you would think this is bone dry. If you mess with it, it makes dust and whatever, but apparently this fuel's been sitting out here in these totes, or not out here, but in a shed in these totes, and you wouldn't think they'd pick up that much moisture out of the air, but apparently they did. So what we're going to do is dry this charcoal in this dryer that I made early on. This was made to dry wood chunks basically, but it works fine to get this charcoal completely moisture free. And I'm going to try to hook this camera up, to set this camera up some way so we can see what's going on here. First I'll show you what it looks like inside. So this is a rocket heater that's feeding, I'm going to try to get around here where it's a little bit clearer. It's a rocket heater that's feeding a 4-inch piece of Schedule 40 pipe. So the bottom of a Weber grill. It's screwed into a 55-gallon drum. I'm going to try to show you what kind of heat we get out of this. And this isn't running real well because I'm using old pieces of parquet flooring that have all kind of mortar on them, so could be burning better, but it's not. But at any rate, here is the kind of heat we're getting right at the base of this, 675 degrees Fahrenheit approximately. And then we're only getting about 193 at the top of the 4-inch pipe that feeds the barrel. So that's plenty, and also it's good because it's not going to start. If I was drying wood, it wouldn't get started on fire. It'd just be a lot of good heat to get up there. Okay, we're going to try to hook the camera up so we can see what's going on as far as this hopper goes. Oh, let me show you inside the hopper first. Kind of pain in the ass that it's so high, but at any rate, I don't know if you can see it, but there's just a grate on the bottom. If I was just doing wood, this piece of window screen wouldn't be in there, but that's just there to hold the charcoal. Okay, not the best setup in the world, but at any rate, all we're going to do is dump this charcoal into the barrel. That was a little exciting. I think we won't do that again. Just put the lid on, leave it slightly open. I don't know if it matters, might retain some heat. Just pull this sleeve down over that. And we'll just cook that for an hour, couple hours maybe. And that's all that's required. A little bit of smoke when it's first in there, but nobody knows about it out here anyway, so we don't care. The rocket heater is not something you start and walk away from. At least this one isn't. Takes getting refilled about every 10 minutes or so, but that's okay. We'll be doing something else in the area anyways. So that's our update for this. Later on we'll put the fuel back in this gasifier, and hopefully, I changed the nozzle. I didn't have any kind of TIG cup, or what I'm going to get is some hexalloy sleeves off of eBay. But anyway, for right now I just put a 3/4 nipple in there with a 1-inch nipple over the top of that, just as a sacrificial nozzle, and we'll see how this works. We'll update it later.